just an example of that problem. The other day, I bounced out of South Africa, and I landed in Los Angeles, but I had to go to Florida to pick up the Bon Jovi mobile to start this leg of this tour. And so I go South Africa, Frankfurt, Los Angeles, don't do that one twice in a week, and then on to Dallas, I think it was, and now I'm on an airplane in a 2-seat row, and I'm in the aisle seat, and I'm going to Fort Lauderdale out of Dallas, and sitting against the window is a young man, and he turns to me and smiles, very, very polite, and he says, "How do you do? I am," and he gives me his name, and he says, "I'm 20, and I said, "I'm Henry, I'm 55 and a half. Thank you. He did what you just did. And I said, "What's so funny?" He said, "What are you, 9? I said, "No, sir. I am 55 and a half. And he said, "No one gives the fractional amount of your age after the age of 9. Unsurprisingly, our conversation died immediately. And so the plane takes off, and some person on the flight tells us that we can plug our headphones into the microscopic TV screen in front of us and watch the second presidential debate. And the first one sucked, and I knew the second one would be nothing but interruptions and insults, and I didn't want to screw up my mind even more with this toxic crap. But of course, I caved in and started watching it, as did the young man. And this is the one where apparently Donald Trump was stalking Hillary Clinton. The next day on the Bon Jovi mobile, I think it was Wolf Blitzer who brought on the body language expert, and I watched this guy tie the weirdest Freudian tale onto that debate kite. When Mr. Trump leans slightly forward, that shows a messianic worship of his father, a rejection of the mother, and he was obviously penetrated by a relative. Like, shut up! He was just bored because it took longer than 15 minutes. And now, the tweet, I can't believe I just said that word. I hate that word. The tweet is going to be the new American haiku. You have a president who's going to communicate to you and review comedy shows and give bad marks to Alec Baldwin. That is what we're up to. And so, like I said, you and I, we got to get going. And so, I'm watching the debate, and it sucks. And the young man is watching the debate, and finally he turns to me, and he taps me on the shoulder. I unplug, and I said, "Yes." He said, I really hate to disturb you because you seem to be watching the debate so intensely. I said, "Young man, I do everything intensely." And so he said, "I have a question." I said, "Okay, I love questions." And he said, "They keep turning their camera to this old guy with white hair." I went, "That one right there?" And he went, "Yeah." "Who is he?" I went, "That guy right there." He went, "Yeah." "Who is he?" I said, "His name is President Bill Clinton." He went, "Oh, I've heard of him." "Oh, good! Oh, what a relief! That's fantastic." And he said, "So, how many terms did he get?" I said, "Well, he got 2. He went, "Okay. Could he have gotten 3? I said, "Well, no, not since FDR." He went, "Okay. What's FDR?" I said, "Well, I consider FDR to be the 32nd president of the United States of America, who served in office from 1933 to 1945 and died in April of 1945, starting his 4th term in office. And in 1947, the 22nd Amendment of the Constitution passed through Congress, and in 1951 it passed through the states, thus confining an elected official, as far as president, to 2 4-year terms." And the young man just stared at me like, "Wow, you know so much stuff." I don't, actually. I don't. I'm just a near high school graduate, but I know I have the opportunity to traipse through the great garden of knowledge and grab a facty fact here and a thingy thing here. And I said, why do I want to know this stuff? Context, context, context. When someone says, "This has never happened in America before," I want to go, "Really? It happened on this year, this year, this year, and this year." It's just nothing but one bad 45 being played over and over and over again to screw people out of a good day's wage. That's all this is about. And so the young man says, "So did people like Franklin Delano Roosevelt?" And the way he nodded his head with the syllables, I can tell his mind is going for this wonderful intellectual toboggan ride where he's never put all those syllables together in that order in his life. And when he completed the word Delano and he said it correctly, he kind of gave himself like a Hershey's kiss, like, "Oh, thank you, I did that." He said, "Did people like Franklin Delano Roosevelt?" I said, "Now we're awake." That's the most interesting question I've been asked this quarter. Let's talk I said, some people like FDR, some people hated his guts. Why did they hate him? I said, he started a thing called the middle class, which gave rise to a thing called the American dream, where you could be a good person, you could go to work and you can keep your nose clean, and one day you'll get enough money to put a down payment on a house that doesn't leak, and if you keep on working, you can breed, and you can breed prodigiously, and make enough money for oatmeal and hash browns for everyone to eat, and if you keep on working and you don't fall asleep drunk at the wheel, you can get a car, and you can take your ever-expanding brood to Hawaii every 5 years for 72 hours of sunshine. And you can retire at an age where your heart is not done yet, where you can actually meet your grandchildren and pick them up and go hiking and fishing and watch all the episodes of MacGyver you want before you finally toddle off. He went, and people didn't like him for that. I said, yes, he was seen as the anti-business president. I said, do you like FDR? I said, I'd like to be able to wake him up and ask him some very direct questions and get some real answers. But by and large, yeah, I think the guy was pretty cool. I liked 1938, I think it was, the Fair Labor Standards Act, which established a 40-hour work week, time and a half for overtime, to abolish child labor. I think all of that's really cool. He went, wow, and people hate him. I go, hate him to this day. They want to dig up his corpse and jump up and down on his bones and powderize him. He said, wow, I really have to learn this stuff. I said, young man, you live in one of the most amazing countries on the planet. You can be technically and functionally illiterate and still get along in this American life, where you can be upside down on your mortgage and still live in your house, have 3 cars that you can't pay for, and on your deathbed, after eating fast food, you'll still die at 118 years of age because of all the breakthrough medication to keep non-productive people like you alive. And on your deathbed, the guy from Visa will come over and put a brand new credit card on your heaving gut because he wants you to keep on going into deeper and deeper credit debt. And when you finally do die, they will put a Visa card on top of your coffin. Hopefully that you will rip out of it, you're alive, put it in your teeth, resurface, and go into even deeper credit debt. He went, wow, this is a lot to take in. I said, we have another hour and a half left on this flight, and I'm going to talk to you for the entire time until we land, because you are now my special project. It's like, okay, you shouldn't have tapped me on the shoulder, man, because I'm like a shook-up can of Coke. You pop the tab on me, I'm all yours. I'm all over your shirt right now. And so then he got a little solemn, and he looked at me and said, should I vote? And there's the problem. And he's a good young person. He's 20 years old, and he's asking me, should I vote? That's the problem.